Yeah, so normally I try and put things into context. I always think that it's August, it's end of August, we're going into September and things like that. But, you know, when you take your family along, my uncles, my cousins were there and what have you, and, you know, I've been waxing lyrical about how well we've been playing, but just not quite got the results against Birmingham, against West Brom, and then we turned the style on against Hull. So, you know, they were absolutely on my side. They were up for it today and what have you. We went to the pub, we had a few beers, and then, yeah, we go and put on a performance like that, which is, you know, Norwich dominated us in the first half. They looked like we were the away team, a struggling away team, and it shouldn't be like that. Nobody stood out. A lot of players just I don't know. Did we go into a bit of complacency from last week because we won so convincingly? Even though my belief was we had a good day at the office, Hull had a really bad day at the office, but we were just really, really poor. We were really poor. We didn't get going. Yeah, we had a couple of chances in the second half, but they were just like kind of token gestures. The first half, Norwich deserved to be 1-0 up, sending off. I don't think anybody would have any arguments about that. Penalty converted, and you know, I think we're lucky to go in 1-0. I said at half time I'd take 2-0 loss now. We came out with a bit of fighting spirit. You know, got to remember we were 10 men, but you know, we didn't create anything. We didn't do anything. Just when there's a bit of positivity around Rovers and some signings and some potential signings, we just go and fluff our lines, don't we? So, God damn it. No, we were. You know, Mac Targett. I don't like calling players out, but you know, you're looking for an impact sub. So he came on 70, 75 minutes, something like that, and that's his time to shine. That's his time to make a difference. That's his time to stand up and to be counted, and not just be the guy that is there at the end of the match, whether he's played or whether he hasn't, just to, you know, be a cheerleader for the fans. But you know, I'm a pretty good cheerleader. You know, somebody pay me 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 grand a week, and I'll be an awesome cheerleader. But the amount of times he's offside, it's not just like a bloody millimetre, a midget's dick offside. He's like a country mile offside. It's like, geez, is he not learning? Is he not learning from this shit? I mean, it's a basic principle of football, and he can't get that right. You know, maybe I just rely on the guy too much. You know, based on what I've seen in years gone by, where a player can come on and really make a difference. But yes, it's. I'm trying to work out in my head: has the international break come at the right time or the wrong time for Blackburn Rovers? And I don't know the answer. If I'm being honest, I don't know the answer. Just let's get this transfer window shit sorted. Let Ismail settle down with a team that he knows that he's got to go. And for me, a lot is riding on Watford away in a couple of weeks' time. Because otherwise, and I think that'll be a bit of a heads up as to what kind of season we're in for. But right now, right this minute, it feels like we're in for a long season.
So, Rovers have just lost 2-0. Well, I think they have. You know, I kind of I left before the final whistle, so it could have ended 3 or 4-0 for all I know. But yeah, what a demoralising game off the back of such a good victory away at Hull to go put in a shite performance like that at home. Quite frankly, we probably should have been 2, 3, and maybe even 4 down come the first half whistle. I mean, Sargent, he blasted about 3 or 4 wide, and all pretty good chances, to be honest with you. So for him to go get the penalty was fair enough, in my opinion. McLoughlin, you know, with the way Sargent was going, I'd have let him run through on goal, and fancy my chances he would have missed, quite frankly. But it's one of those, you know, I play defence whenever I have a kick about with my mates and that. and it can just be kind of instinct to just give them a tug, as wrong as that sounds, but yeah, just a tug on their arm, or just do anything to kind of just slow them down. It's just in your instinct as a defender, to be quite frank. So it's a hard one to swallow, to be honest. I don't know where this leaves us, to be honest with you. I mean, I said that Norwich going into the game had been in a good run of form, but I got corrected when I got into the stand. I thought they'd started a lot better than they had, but I think they actually have started quite similar to us. 1 win before this game and 2 losses in the league. It's not looking good, is it? And I mean, it's starting to look like a bit of a fluke, that whole game, where it all maybe just came together. Yeah, I mean, obviously so many new signings coming into the team at once, it's kind of bound to happen in a way that it's going to take a while for these players to click and get to know each other and whatnot. And maybe come Christmas it'll come good, but it's really not looking good right now, is it? Just as the rain pours down in Blackburn, it kind of shows how we've started our season. 2 losses at home at Ewood just isn't good reading, when usually Ewood is a bit of a fortress for us, and it's where we get most of our points in seasons gone by, and we've been one of the teams up there every season in terms of points at home. Yeah, worrying times ahead in terms of performance. As I said, I think we should have been 3-4 down at the end of the first half. I thought we were really poor the first half, even. Obviously the red card comes late in that first half. Before that, even 11v11, we were poor. We didn't really deserve much, so I can't grumble with it. Second half, we come out and they had us pinned back for about 10-15 minutes. Cardboard has a chance, well, 2 chances really. How he doesn't put the first away is beyond me. Completely free at the back post, and I think he hits the post, sorry. And then, in my opinion, the follow-up, he's just got to swipe at that first time. Don't give the defenders a second to even react to it. But he takes a couple touches, and I think a defender makes a block and it goes out for a corner. Him in particular today had an absolute stinker. Must have been the worst performance I've seen Cardwell have. After such a good performance against Hull as well, which is the most frustrating bit about it, where he got the assist for Ryan. He had that really good chance which he probably should have scored, but he was just so dangerous. And even in the games prior to that, being a nuisance, giving defenders such a headache, where they're having to put their arms in his face to take him down, and the amount of players he got booked just by his sheer pace. But today he was just so poor. He looked found out, he looked lost for ideas. There's a bit of the first half of the game where Hyam kind of had a word with him, and because he didn't track his man, Carbo Crescene was obviously the left back who come on loan for us from Villa. He didn't track Crescene. Crescene managed to get across him. He just kind of was sulking a bit, because Hyam were giving him a bollocking. Yeah, not a good game for him at all. I mean, in terms of everyone else, not really much to be said other than Ribeiro, I would say. I thought he was particularly poor today, and I'm starting to question, and I can't believe I'm saying this, whether I'd give Harry Pickering the nod next game. The amount of times Ribeiro gave the ball away was just criminal. So many times, just losing the ball in the build up to the final third or in the final third, just playing the wrong pass, and it just broke us down every time. Broke down the attack. Can't be doing that. So I wouldn't be tempted to give Pickering the nod next game. I mean, to be honest, I think they're both pretty average fullbacks. None of them are Owen Becks by any means, who Yeah, he's not looking good. So I'd get Pickering back in the team next game. He's probably a bit more defensively sound than Ribeiro, but he's got less pace about him. He just moves like a slug, as I like to call him. To be fair to Ryan, I thought Ryan had another decent game, but he did squander a chance he should have really buried. You know, we had a couple of clear-cut chances there when we were down to 10 men, and when you're gifted those chances, you just got to take them. And ultimately, when you don't take them, it's come in, and obviously Sargent just absolutely blasts that shot at the end there. It's unsavable, and it's one of those, when you're not taking your own chances when you're down to 10 men, it happens. I don't really know what to say, to be honest. I don't know what's going wrong. I mean, I'll tell you something for free. Bloody the amount of times Yuki and Maktar were offside today, they deserve their wages being docked. Just absolutely horrendous, the pair of them with that. And again, it just completely breaks down the floor and the game and whatnot when both your strikers can't even fucking keep on side. It's just so poor to see. So frustrating as well. And I don't know where this has come from, because I don't remember either of them really doing that much last season with them being offside. So I don't know where it's suddenly come from that they're both just offside all the time. But if we have got this Icelandic striker, I hope he knows how to stay on side, because if he does, that's my seal of approval for him to come straight into the team. Wow. Yeah, I mean, Watford away next. They're not exactly pulling up any trees, so hopefully we can go there and get a result off the back of this disappointing one. You know, it's starting to get a bit down around Ewood, and I think we're obviously in for a season of being down there. I think that's clear to see. We're not getting any higher than mid-table, that's for sure. But yeah, cheers for watching, guys. I apologise, there wasn't much to really record. I mean, obviously when you're down to 10 men, it's obviously we were pinned back for quite a bit of it in the first half. Obviously we had our chances after that, but even in the first half there wasn't really much of Norwich Rovers did, and I think that is our problem at the minute. Getting shots away, getting chances away. Yuki just so quiet again today, did nothing. Maktar did absolutely nothing when he come on. We do have a real problem up front, and if I was to pinpoint anything at the minute, I would say that's our problem. We don't have a focal point right now that's providing us with an outlet for goals, or even just to get the game flowing and whatnot. So yeah, and I mean, obviously Cantwell didn't have a bad game by any means, but not one of his better performances like we've seen recently. So when he's not on the score sheet, it looks like we're struggling. But yeah, cheers for watching, guys. I won't be doing Watford away. I'm away in Budapest, so the next time you probably see me will be switch away. So yeah, cheers for watching. Make sure to leave a like, leave your comments on the game and whatnot. What did you think? And make sure to subscribe for obviously more vlogs moving forwards from myself and other members of the Overseas Mafioso. Cheers, guys.